Comics are stupid.
No Harry Potter movie is
And
good.
you're like, give me the Snyder Cut. Oh, sorry. Just walk in front of you here. Gonna put my popcorn down. Oh, sorry. Gotta put this here.
Universal needs to sue Sony.
Hey, I'm an idiot. I was fired from Fox. Let me go.
I'd like actually to see Venom just crush Spider-Man.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Comic Boys video. I'm Alon, I'm one of your hosts, and today I'm going to be talking about Oppenheimer. So I watched Oppenheimer a couple nights ago, and I figured now is probably the best time to record a review for it. So, without further ado, I'll just get it started. Just to sum it up, Oppenheimer is obviously not a horror movie, like in the category. Like when you look up the genre of the film, it's not written as a horror movie, but I think it's the scariest film I've ever watched. It's easily the scariest I've ever seen, and I remember when I left the movie theater and when I went home, it had such a huge impact on me because I know now what that felt like, what the nuke feels like and what Oppenheimer created and his invention. And it terrified me from that perspective. But on another hand, I feel like this is the one of the most important films of our time to know, to know what this is and who did it and how it went down and what it was and the whole process behind it and the potential consequences it can have. Um, but other than that, everything about the film was done so amazing. In my own opinion, this might sound a little weird, but I think it's one of the best films that I've ever watched. Um, Cillian Murphy as obviously the great scientist J. Robert Oppenheimer. I mean, just insane. I think that this is his best performance. I haven't watched Peaky Blinders, so I wouldn't know. But other than that, I think he was in every scene in the film, and in every scene he was incredible. Obviously, you have Matt Damon as an American military general. I think that it's time for Matt Damon probably to earn his Best Supporting Actor nomination or to win it in the Oscars. And I think Robert Downey Jr., who played Louis Strauss, has a case for Best Supporting Actor. I think those three guys, Murphy can for sure be will 100% be nominated for Best Actor, and then Matt Damon and Robert Downey Jr. I think that they 100% have their case for being nominated for Best Supporting Actor because all three of their acting was just amazing. From Murphy showing his regret and upsettedness and sadness and knowing what he's done, building such a bomb. Louis Strauss and like his jealousy and kind of weird. I don't want to say dislike, like he dislikes Oppenheimer, but like he was very 50-50 with him. And obviously Matt Damon, he was just amazing. Um, and then what was great about this film is that literally every scene had a famous, like very well-known actor. So you had obviously Kenneth Branagh, um, Casey Affleck, Florence Pugh, um, Jason Clarke. Um, there was a lot of them. Obviously Emily Blunt played Oppenheimer's wife. Um, there was obviously Jack Quaid, who I think he was just in the Scream series, like one of the Scream films, if I'm not mistaken. You guys will have to correct me on that if I'm mistaken. Every scene had a famous actor in it, and it helped elevate the film so much. Now, the film itself, the sound design in this was amazing. Like, it felt real. Particularly, the one scene, I'll tell you what, the one scene that actually really, like, I actually literally at one point couldn't handle how intense and how tensed up I was the build up to the first test of the atomic bomb, and like that soundtrack that was playing in the back, and the counter going off like 10, 9, like I honestly couldn't. At one point, I was like, dude, this is too much. Like this is like way too intense. But it was just so amazingly done because it's the atomic bomb. It's it can destroy everything. Of course, the buildup has to be grand and terrifying because it's not, well, for one, it's gonna change the world. Like the world is gonna completely change because this is obviously World War II, and post World War II, the whole world completely changed. And it's the invention of it's the new invention of death. It's another invention of death. So it's horrible. It's horrifying. That build up to the first atom bomb was horrifying, and the actual part where the bomb went off, where the atomic bomb went off for the first time, and when it was silent, the theater I was in, everybody was just quiet, terrified, scared. Like it was, you can hear it, a pin drop. You can hear yourself breathing. You can hear yourself probably. But that silence during the atomic bomb, all of us were just watching it, and we were just absolutely terrified of what was happening. But it's that one part of the build-up to the atomic bomb explosion and the actual explosion with the complete utter silence that defined this film and just made it so incredible, and will make it and will solidify itself as a very important film. Obviously, also you had Albert Einstein, who was great. It was a great addition. Obviously, Einstein had a lot to play because the real Einstein and the real Oppenheimer worked together. And this film, after I left it, I was in shock. Quite honestly, I was literally like shook and terrified and like absolutely devastated because now I know what it's like. Now I know what this is like. That ending scene where Cillian Murphy, Oppenheimer's kind of showing that face of regret and despair, and he just regrets everything, and there's like a wide shot of what happens when the world is set on fire from this atomic bomb. That's scary. That's terrifying. So, but overall though, aside from the film being terrifying, I think that this is one of the best movies that I've ever watched, by far. That's all I have to say. It's one of the best movies that I've ever seen, and it's one of the most important movies that's ever been out there. So it's really important that people go see it, but also, it's important for people to see what it is. But like I said, this is one of the best movies that I've ever watched. So, on a rating, I'm gonna have to give it a very solid. I can't decide where yet, but it's 100% like over a 9 and over. Like on a out of 10 scale, it's 100% over the 9. So that's gonna leave it at that. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell button so you guys never miss whenever we upload. We're gonna have a lot more great videos coming up, a lot more podcasts, and yeah, that's that.